Welcome for free live tarot readings on a Sunday night. How's everybody doing? Welcome, Wolfie. Welcome back. Good to see you. Diane, Rachel, Mina, Deidre, Christina, Ultraviolet, Bartman, Mental Emotional Wellness, Inverted, and who else we got? Ms. M and Yanni as well. How is everybody doing tonight? It's Sunday. We're wrapping up the weekend. It's time for Monday tomorrow. Just saying. Hope you're ready. Gloria B, welcome back as well. All right. So what kind of questions we got? Boo Boo, welcome. How are you doing? Let's see. Can't keep up anymore, so I have to stay signed on. Okay. What does C feel about me? I'm doing well. Let's see. Hello, can I get a reading? Christina, what is your question? Post it and let me know what is going on. So we want to know how C feels about me and how S feels about me. There's a lot of feels going on. There are a lot of feels happening in the chat here. Mahogany Red, welcome. It's good to have a first timer. What do you think so far about the stream? Let us know. We have, just sort of hanging out, using the thought tonight, getting it done. Wolfie, thanks for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Let me know what your question is. In the meantime, we need to find out how somebody feels about me. Tulika, we'll do that. How do they feel about me? Let's see how that is going. Sending a super chat. Question is, can I get the cards on personality from Dark Goddess Tarot illustrated by, on my personality. All right, we'll do that. Let's skip the thought and go straight for the Dark Goddess Tarot. And off to the Tarot Tower we go. Dark Goddess, where in the world did I put that? It's here somewhere. It is here somewhere. Did I put it over there? I'm not really sure where I put it. I'm scanning. You don't have too many tarot decks when I can't find one. I really don't see it. I moved it somewhere. No. I think I did something with it. I'll find it in a minute. But do you have a second choice? Do you have a second choice maybe? Maybe that would be a thing, to have a second choice. Maybe move on to that. Because I do not see it. I think I left it in the other room when I moved everything around. So I guess we'll do choice B. Choice B, I guess, would be this. I can't find your tarot. I really have no idea where I put it. Probably stuck in the other room. But we'll go for choice B, I guess, which is the Dark Mansion. So there we go. The Dark Mansion will be choice B. We'll do that. All right, get your personality. I will find it for next time, though. Will the sun gain more time with his son? Will my son gain more time with his son? Okay, I got it. Sunflower Tarot, thank you for your donation. Toonie, thank you for your donation as well. All right, Toonie, what was Toonie's question? Somebody feels about me, I think. I believe so. We'll scroll up and find Toonie's question. How does S feel about me? That is it. Toonie, that is Tulika. Toonie, let me know what your question is. I appreciate you. Mina's Bookshelf, thank you for your donation as well. All right, Toonie's question. I got Toonie's question in the queue here. We should be good with all of that. And let's see what else we got. All right, Ms. M, thank you for your question as well. I appreciate your donation. Really appreciate it. For now, we'll go with Wolfie. What does personality traits? Wolfie, we will find that deck eventually. I guess we have too many decks. We have too many decks when I just can't find one. You know, it suffered from the move. We had to move into a place where bugs weren't biting me. And during that process, I just abandoned that deck somewhere. It is lost and lonely. Maybe could put the deck picture on the back of a milk carton, for just a lost soul wandering the earth. We really don't know where it is, but we will have an all-out fugitive type search. We'll look at every outhouse and every house to find that tarot deck one day soon. In the meantime, let's get your personality traits with this one. None of Wands, it is a bit of, let's just relax sometimes and take it easy. I think you have a nice perspective on things where you want to get all the facts. I don't want to leap into something. I don't want to have a situation where I'm just making a rush decision, a rash decision. I want all the facts. I want to get the information. I'm big on getting the information, having a well-informed decision in the process of doing that. What you don't want to do, what you don't like to do, is just to rush into something and just make a bad decision, regret it later. You're like, I really should have spent more time on that. That really would have done me much better, but I didn't. So I don't think you do that. Eight of Swords. I think you are fairly restricted in a lot of things that you want to sort of get started and get moving and get active on. I think part of the restrictions are sort of self-imposed. Other restrictions, you have an actual restrictions where people just don't want you to do some certain things, and they may not want you to pursue some goals that may not be in their best interest as well. Eight of Swords, you have a lot of sort of either a family or friend influence just sort of around you, hovering around you. And that sort of affects your life. The Devil, you do have your detractors, the people that just try to sort of get their version of stuff in rather than your version. So you do have people sort of pulling and pushing you in various directions as it goes. The world, sometimes that sort of stops you or halts you from reaching some of the goals that you're trying to get to. So a lot of times you just have to sort of, ignore people for the most part and get that done. So, don't be held back by anybody. Just get it done and get it knocked out. That's sort of your theory of everything. So the world upside down says sometimes we just can't get what we want, but we can sort of get in there and make things happen that we need to have happen. So there we go. Little personality trait thing going in there with the with a tarot that's not going to be that one. Sorry about that. Still looking for it. I still don't see it. I do see, what the hell is that? Oh, that was that other tarot that I haven't used in like quite some time. All right. Anyway, says Chad, Pamela, welcome. How is everybody doing? Philippe, welcome as well. Teasa, hello. Magda. All right, so Toonie Tarot is up next. Toonie Tarot wants to know, what can I do now to prepare for the next chapter of my life? Let's see about that. Mons Tarot. Everybody knows what tarot decks they want. See? That's all you need in life is to know which tarot decks you want. Luckily, I know where the Mons Tarot is at least. Let's see about that. What is that thing? That is actually capturing. Okay, I need to back that up a little bit. All right, the Mons Tarot, one of my favorite tarots of the year. Just saying. One of my favorite tarots of the year right here. There we go. Love the Mons. Indeed. I don't know anybody that just dislikes the Mons. In fact, we have another Kickstarter called the Pookie Cat, where they're sort of imitating the Mons Tarot, but it's not as good. But it sort of shows you just how much this one little tarot resonates, where other people are sort of copying the idea and doing their own little thing with the idea and whatnot. Kind of interesting to see that. Anyway, the Pookie Cat is very expensive, unfortunately. I was going to get it. I'm like, okay, I'll do the... All right. Sunflower Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Weekend for Raina, be kind. You mean this upcoming weekend? All right, let's check that out. The weekend, we got a week before the weekend. Do you mean the week or do you mean the weekend? Raina, let me know. I appreciate it either way. Your tarot for your reading, please. Christina, could you use your tarot for my reading, please? Christina, I don't have you on the queue. DYB, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see here. What can I do to prepare for the next chapter of your life? What is the next chapter of your life? 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. We are sort of looking at the next chapter of our life. Where can we go? What can we do for that? I think you're kind of confused as to where you want to be. So the next chapter of your life is coming. During that process, what do you want to have on the backside of that? Is this something that you need to, is this something that you do need to prepare for? Is this something that could be overwhelming? Is this something that is going to be a lot of work, a little bit of work? The 3 of Wands, I think you're still kind of scoping it out. I don't think it is coming for a while, so you do have time to sort of prepare and get warmed up for it and all of that stuff. But yeah, the Three of Wands says we are sort of searching and seeking to find out more or less what that is. Why do we do that? Because the Four of Cups says we're just not happy where we're at. I think you're ready for that next chapter. You're ready to move into part B or chapter 2. I think chapter 1 is just kind of working your nerves at the time. Four of Cups, we're receiving things that we don't want, more so emotionally. It's like we're just getting the emotions that we don't want. We don't have the options that we need in order to expand, in order to get the things accomplished that we're trying to accomplish. The Four of Cups being offered a lot of things that we don't want, especially in the emotional realm. I think we're looking for stability. We're looking for something more predictable to come in for that. Three of Wands, again, says we're still kind of scoping out what is eventually going to be and what is not going to be there. Part of the next chapter, part of being ready for that, is to just be comfortable in your own skin. The Four of Wands, being home, being with people, being comfortable with people, knowing people, understanding what everybody is doing, how everybody is doing it. And getting comfortable with that situation is going to be big deal. Getting comfortable with our own skin. In other words, I'm confident in myself. No matter what happens, I sort of know that I can handle it. I can deal with it, and we can get moving on it. It's not going to be just a showstopper, whatever it is. I'm able to adapt and to handle it. Seven of Wands says the next chapter does involve a rough start. We have the next chapter sort of being something that makes you get on your toes and react very quickly to certain situations. You have to make rush decisions in some of the next chapter as well, especially at the beginning. And the Seven of Wands says being defensive about that, being ready and always being prepared for what is next is going to be a big thing. So keeping that open mind, adjusting to the unknown, and being willing to step out of our comfort zone. All of those things are going to be a big deal for you as you approach that next part. All right. Now we have a thank you, Boo Boo, for hosting Mahogany. Let's see. Amy has changed their name from A. Alexander to Amy. Well, there you go. All right. Sunflower wants the week. Sunflower still thinks it's Wednesday or something, or Friday, or what? Sunflower's catching up. Sunflower's catching up to the rest of us. All right. Mahogany said, hello, first timer. Mahogany, welcome. I'm trying to find out what your question is. Want to know if I should redo a relationship with the Sagittarius. You know, a lot of people in chat are just not big Sagittarius fans. I'm going to put that out there now. I'm going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and admit that a couple of people at least, you know, not a big Sagittarius fans. Yeah, I don't really care. As long as you're cool, I don't care what sign you are. As long as you like my tarot tower, as long as you like all of the weird stuff that I do in here, I'm good with that. Let's start. Let's do some decks we have not done in a hot minute. The first one is the Pre-Raphaelite. It has literally been a hot minute since we have done this at all. Pre-Raphaelite, you know, I love painting decks. I do love painting decks. May, one of my best friends is a Sagittarius. There you go. All right. Let's see about the Sagittarius, how that is going to go. Is that going to be a thing? If I should redo a relationship, we are looking at maybe an Ace of Pentacles, maybe an Ace of Cups, definitely a Seven of Swords, getting back in there, getting stuff done. Maybe a reversed Three of Swords would be great too. We know what we want to see. What do we see? What do we end up with? We end up with a reverse tower, and there is your Ace of Cups. Look at that. Look at that Ace of Cups. It's just beautiful. It is just beautiful. Unfortunately for you, it's upside down. People over-identify with the sun sign. Indeed, they do. You got to keep your moon sign, you know, you got to do all of that. Your rising, you got to factor it all in. Okay. So where are we going with this? Redoing a relationship. The Ace of Cups being reversed just makes it smell poorly. It makes it smell similar to the Angel Wisdom tarot. Yeah, the Ace of Cups being reversed, it just doesn't bode well for sort of getting back into this. Now, why? Why? We got to look around and find out why. The first thing is the stability is just really up in the air. It doesn't really think. It doesn't really think that it's going to make it. It doesn't really believe that it's going to survive. The beautiful stability that we just want, it just seems like it may not be there. It's because of what happened before. We have a tower moment where things just fall. Everything fell down. We had to rebuild it. Part of that rebuilding process has just not been done. I mean, we just sort of left things open. We left the door cracked, hoping we could get back in there maybe some other day, but it wasn't open wide enough, and there wasn't much repairing the tower moment that sort of hit us. Ace of Cups says we're looking at just this awkward situation where it just doesn't feel right. It's not going to feel right. It's going to feel like we just left the tower crumbling. We never really rebuilt anything. The Ace of Cups says the emotional context, the emotional connection just may not be there, and it could be difficult to fix that problem. The two as well, they just sort of moved on. The Sagittarius just sort of moved on. They're ready to get into something different, something new, have a nice honeymoon period with somebody else. The two says is domain. I have an ability to do that. Time to move on, time to escape and find other things. The stability is just not there. So redoing it with this particular person would be kind of difficult. One, we have to band-aid up. We have to repair what was previously broken. Then we have to sort of figure out how we're going to address the situation in general. And then we have to sort of just navigate through the weeds and hope for the best. So there you go. Never know what you are going to get. Ms. M, you are next, but you want to change your question. Ms. M, I'd love to get you a new question up in there. Let me know what your new question is, and let's get her done. And while you're thinking of your new question, let's hop over to Mina's bookshelf. Work finances to the end of the year. All right, let's check that out and see how that is going to go. How is that going to go? Let's see if I can copy it to the clipboard. There we go. Work and finances to the end of the year. There's not much left. We got a couple months, and that's it. And that is it. I can't believe we are literally rounding it out. Just getting her done, rounding it out. All right. Now I did just spot the Dark Goddess Tarot. There it was. See, it was there all along, but I'm just too ignorant to notice what it looks like because I have way too many tarot decks. Apparently, I have way too many tarot decks. So it is all about, speaking of adjusting and speaking of working things out, I need to come to grips with all of these decks because I have like 10 more coming before the end of the year. You know what I mean? So Llewellyn tried to ship my Heaven and Earth Tarot, but my credit card, you remember somebody charged my credit card and I had to change the number. So now the credit card they had is invalid. So now I got to call them, tomorrow and fix all that stuff. But there you go. All right. So we got Toonie is done. Ms. M is in the queue. Let's see. The guy is my guy stopping by this week. All right. Let's check that out. Get you in the clipboard. There we go. Work finances to the end of the year. We will use Dark Goddess for that. Dark Goddess for that. We wanted to use it with Wolfie, but we forgot what it looked like. So, I did watch a lot of football today. Can I use that excuse? Is that available for an excuse? Will anybody buy that? Is that going to be something? Is that going to be something possible? Magda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. If you can believe that, I did watch a lot of football today, and the Dallas Cowboys lost. And boy, did they suck. They didn't just lose. They lost epic. They lost epic time. By the way, I have a new election prediction. If you want to get the USA election prediction, the newest one that I have, stay till the end. We'll do it right before we end. Pretty exciting. This election prediction is different than anything you have ever heard from anybody in your entire life because I think something wild is going to happen, and I'm just going to throw out the prediction later on. All right. The Seven of Air, finances, work, see how it is going. The seven looks pretty good. It's like you're being presented with a wrap up for the end of the year. I actually think that they're short on money for that. Sunflower Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I think they're short on money. I think work is short on money. It seems like they're having some problems getting the finances done. Speaking of finances, they're having problems sort of getting that all set up. The Seven of Air says we have a bit of a, it's like a bit of a challenge sort of getting a lot of things done. Nine of Earth does say that the money does improve as of next year. I think COVID, I think other factors, the economy, all this stuff is sort of hitting them a bit hard. And you sort of have this feeling that the finances is not going to be just fantastic at work as well. The Witch of Water into Death sort of indicates that there is a transition. I think as they round out the year, I think during the late December time frame, you're going to have some movement as far as staffing at work as well. So I think that is going to be sort of different if we are going to be searching for anything as well. I think during the end of the year, it's going to be rough to try to get that in there. How are your finances looking as per the end of the year? I don't really see much change. I see a lot of sort of nervousness, some hesitation as we get to the end of the year. There's a lot of stuff that you want. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come out that you're really going to be tempted to pick up. You're really going to be wanting. And you're going to sort of second guess yourself based upon the available finances as far as picking that stuff up. If you want it, if you don't want it, how important is it? How much do you really need that? I don't really see any big influence thing coming up as far as, you know, this big lottery winnings. I don't see any big income sources sort of coming in. It just seems to sort of level out, but you do have an increased expenditure towards the end of the year, and that's going to sort of hit you a little bit for that. Again, look for staff movement at the end of the year too, at work, or trying to get a job, trying to get a new job, sort of a movement with that. Death says there is some change coming. We have some availability of all of that sort of around the corners. There we go. The newly found, the newly located, you know, maybe this mega tower wasn't such a great idea. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. Is my guy stopping back this week? Only changing because I doubt he's stopping by tonight. Okay, he's not stopping by tonight, you think? So we need to figure out if he's going to stop by this week. All right, let's check that out. This week, we got a time frame. Let's see, how is it going to go? We'll use my tarot for the tarot of, what's it called? Whatever my tarot is called. The Waterfall Tarot, that is it. Oh, man, I need to get the next deck started. Yeah, it's official. It's going to be a Thoth. We're going to do a Thoth. I'm going to do 10 to 15 cards. Then I'm going to post it on a Kickstarter. I'm going to see if anybody actually wants that. It could be they don't want that. I don't know. But I'm going to work my ass off and make you a beautiful Thoth deck. It is not going to be a lame Thoth deck. This is going to be a Thoth deck where you're like, whoa, that looks pretty good. That looks really decent. It does look nice. It's not going to be the same as the Mundi tarot. What is it? Emma Moline's tarot that looks so fantastic. It's not going to be that detailed, but I'm going to work on it and make it fairly decent at least. You know, I just want decent. Is he stopping by? I think so. We got a couple of cards right here. I think it's a little bit later in the week than what you want. I think there's some miscommunication about where he's coming and how it is going. And Ace of Cups, it does point to that connection. We do have a new beginning. We have him sort of thinking about it, definitely making the plans, definitely coming over. We have some activity on that. And then we have two great movement cards. Look how fantastic this is. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. You know, this is Mr. Romance. All of you know this is Mr. Romance, the Knight of Cups, rolling in. Rolling in. Is it a bit weird on the communication? In other words, I'm coming this day or that day? Well, which frickin' day you're coming, I have no idea what's going on. Five of Cups, there's a bit of a disappointment in there, but we have some activity there. The Knight of Swords, very rapid, very true movement card. The Knight of Cups, not only is he coming over, he is coming over in a romantic mood. So there you go. He may just, just come in, just be like a romantic mood, start singing a Lionel Richie song. I mean, I don't know. And I can't sing a Lionel Richie song. I think my voice is too high for a Lionel Richie song. Angelic, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. I do love Truly, though. I think Lionel Richie's Truly, I think it's one of my favorite songs of all time. But, Ceylon, I don't know, man. Ceylon it could be Truly. But, for a love song, Ceylon is not very romantic. It says, I'm leaving, I'm bailing, I'm getting out of here, and screw you on the way out, But Truly is more of a traditional one, I think. It's just my opinion. DYB, we got grant checks November 6th. Check that out. All right, DYB, let's get you some checks. Checks by 11/6. Is that going to be a thing? Can you post a donation link? Galaxy, if you're on your phone, there is a super chat right there. And a link in the description for alternative donation methods. By the way, DYB needs some checks. DYB, let's get you some checks by using the Bonefire Tarot. That is going to be the check deck. The check deck. This is your official check deck right here. Right here. It's going to get done. It is going to get done. Your songs got me so late. Okay, yeah, Ultraviolet. Yeah, Rob Thomas, Lionel Richie. Man, I really like Lionel Richie. I mean, especially Endless Love when he was on there with Diana. I'm just telling you, that was just a moving song right there. That was a fantastic live performance as well. You know what I mean? So there you go. All those 80s songs. Man, the 80s. I miss the 80s so much. So many good songs on there. You just don't have the same songs coming out nowadays. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see about that. We having the checks by coming out High Priestess, King of Cups? I don't think so. DYB, I don't think so. Three of Coins. I think it's a little longer. I actually think it's 11/11. Three of Coins reversed. King of Cups, High Priestess. The High Priestess is like they're either being printed, they're being processed. There's some process going on. High Priestess points to that scroll, that book, the book right here. I'm not a scroll now. It looks like a formal book. And it says TO on it. Look at that. Yeah, but the High Priestess says it's still being printed. We're still working on it. We're getting it done. Seven of Cups, just reverse means is just not in process. I don't think it's going to be here. I think we're looking at 11/11, to be quite honest with you, especially with the King of Cups. Look at this, the sweat pouring off this poor fellow. The sweat is just dripping off there. It's like it's just going to be in time. Are we going to get it before then? I don't really think so. I think that it is going to be 11/11. DYB, going out on a limb, giving you an exact date, actually. 11/11. I think that is where we are going. That is what is going to be hot. What is going to be working out. All right. Boo-boo. What is going up with the coming week? And be kind. You mean don't use the thoth is what you mean. Don't use the thoth. All right. Yeah, there you go. We'll do that. Don't use that thoth, that evil thoth thing. Let's not use that. Instead, let's get let's get the divine. Let's get the divine. It is divine indeed. Divine indeed. Tasha, is the person I like ever going to love me the way I love them? Are you talking about me? I already love you the way you love me, Tasha. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I mean, come on. You got to have confidence in me. Nina, what is going on? Sunshiny Day snuck in. Megan snuck in. We got all sorts of people in here today. This is fantastic. This is fantastic tonight. It is Sunday night. Man, rounding out the weekend. We got football. Football tonight, too. After we watch the Dallas Cowboys get literally spanked on live TV. I got to watch another football game. I'd like to see somebody win because the Dallas Cowboys, we're on like the fourth quarterback, I think now. I think so. If you count Romo as the original. Anyway, we're on the fourth quarterback now. I don't know that they have a fifth quarterback as a backup. That we're going through quarterbacks like candy bars on Halloween. I'm just saying. Okay, back to the thing. Boo-boo, week ahead, don't use thought. Knight of Wands. I think you're coming in with confidence. You're coming in beefy. You're coming in knowing what is happening. This week is under your control. Under your control. That is what it's all about. That is what it's all about. It is under your control. And that's going to be an unusual thing. A lot of times you'll sneak into the week. You'll have some things coming. You'll hear some gossip about you. Somebody's doing this. Somebody's doing that. The kids are out of control. We just have a lot of this stuff to do. It feels like it's too hectic. I'm juggling too much. I don't think you're really going in at that rate. The Knight of Wands says you're coming in with a defined level of control. We have a couple of knights. Why is control important this week, boo-boo? Because you got a lot of stuff to do this weekend. I'm telling you now, this is bananas. This is bananas. You got a lot of stuff to do this weekend with a lot of different people. We have the knight, and the queen. Not only is this movement, this is radical movement. We need to deal with a lot of people coming in. We have a lot of things to deal with. We got a lot of people trying to get our attention. We got a lot of different things sort of rolling around. So you're looking at the activity for the week being all about others, all about people, all about trying to fix other people's situations and juggle like mad. Good news is that Knight of Wands warms you up for that. Knight of Coins, it tells you the steadiness is there, the stability is there. There you go. That is going to be great. The Knight of Cups comes in all about, again, dealing with people. It's going to be a very people-oriented thing. Now, the Queen of Cups. Christina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Queen of Cups. It says at the end of the week, you're going to really be burned out with all of this garbage. You're going to be so burned out, but that's okay. That's okay. Boo-boo, I think you're going to be all right. You're going to be burned out at the end of the week. You feel like you just ran a marathon? Absolutely. But you're going to be able to do it. You have the confidence, you have the beef, you have the good stuff that is going to be coming in there and going to make you excited about that. All right. What are we doing over here with Dallas? Drive home just a butt in the heads with a Dallas in the brother's face. Dallas does suck. I mean, Dallas Cowboys have had a lot of problems for a long time. So, I was thinking to myself while I'm watching this garbage, by the way, I was thinking to myself, you could get all of the people that retire that are like 50 and 60 years old. You could put them in there and they would perform better than what you currently have with the Dallas Cowboys. All right, Magda. I'm talking about, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, it doesn't matter if they're 60, they're still going to perform better. All right, Magda, is this connection serious? Is this connection serious? Do it all okay or worry not being healthy? Does he spy on me? And Magda, you're already asking if they spy on you. Blah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. They're already asking if they spy on you. That can't be good at all, Magda. All right. Well, I hope they don't spy on you. If you like them, I guess that would be okay. If they spy on you, is that a thing? Is that a thing? I don't know. Got the beef. That's see, Megan's right. All you need is the beef. All right. You're in the age range. That's all you need. All you need is the beef. And it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're a good Dallas Cowboy, they need you now because they're fantastic at throwing interceptions, and the quarterbacks, they're going through them like Pez candies. Okay, let's see about that. Is this connection serious, and are they spying on me? Is this worth doing? Entertainment purposes only. Obviously, never make a relationship decision based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. But as that said, this relationship looks like something you don't want to pursue. You don't want to pursue. Is a connection between me and Danny something serious? Is it okay? Word is not healthy. Do they spy on me? So let's answer, do they spy on me? They watch what you do. Does that count? The Two of Wands. Look, He's looking out amongst this. He's looking out. Not only that, but he's looking into the void. In other words, there's no card on the side that he's looking at. I do think that he watches what you do. I don't think that he hacked your phone or something and he's like tracking you or anything like that. You know, I don't think all that. But I do think they're watching you. They are not, okay, you know, casually looking, right? You know, kind of interested in you and see what you're up to. The Two of Wands, they are inspecting. Inspecting, is that a thing? It could be. Page of Cups. Wow, the emotionals is just not there. The emotional is just a fail. It doesn't look like the emotional is going well. Page of Cups says, I used to be almost like an introvert. I used to be just this person that wouldn't be with you before. And I've sort of morphed a little bit into somebody that's more likely to be with you. But it's almost like that I had to do work to get there. I had to actually get there on my own accord. Seven of Cups reversed says that they're all over the place too. It doesn't seem like that we can sort of hammer them down or get them to isolate a particular idea or get them to commit to something or get them to move in the direction we need to be moving towards. We're just sort of moving backwards. We're flopping around like a fish out of water. It just doesn't seem like we're doing a lot of progression as far as this goes. Seven of Cups doesn't seem like the progression, doesn't seem like the seriousness, doesn't seem like the anticipation, the fun is there a lot of times. Two of Pentacles being reversed as well. It sort of feels like that you're stuck with them. We're stuck with them. Is this somebody I want to be stuck with? It doesn't sound like it. You're already asking if it's not healthy. You're already asking if they spy on you. I think you have some sort of a intuitive aspect that's sort of kicking in here. You know something's up. Something's up. This is not the Jedi that you're searching for, right? Two of Pentacles. It just doesn't look good. It's not really able to get settled. It's just going to be moving around. You're going to be kind of up in the air with that. But again, they are sort of watching what you do. I don't think they're spying. I don't think they're in the bushes, you know, outside of your house or anything. But, you know, I think they occasionally do look at your social medias or you look around and see what you're doing, who you're doing it with, because they're kind of that seems to be their personality. So there you go. There we go. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. You know, entertainment purposes only, though. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Okay. Mom meeting someone anytime soon. Boo-boo. Let's find out about that. Boo-boo, did mom like the money trick? Let us know. Is mom going to be in love? Is this going to be a thing? Let's find out. Let's get some hearts up in here. We need some loving hearts. We need some beautiful loving hearts to get all of this done. Mwah. And part of that is going to be reaching up. Ms. M wants a week ahead. We got 15,000 week ahead things. All right, let's do that. let's try that out. All right, see how that's going to go. We're going to use the Nightmare Before Christmas. The Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. I've been too lazy or did I put this? No. I've been way too lazy. I've been way too lazy to put the graphic for this on the stream. So you do not get a pretty little box that tells you what deck it is. So I have to manually tell you because I have been lazy and I have not done that. I did get a new class though, a new free course out, and it has a lot of likes. I mean, it's looking pretty good with all of that. Is she mean somebody new? I don't think so. I don't really think so. You know, I don't think so. As far as anytime soon. I think your mom's at a state where mom is just sort of burned out of this at the moment. They really don't want to deal with it. The King of Needles and the Ten of Needles. The Ten of Needles is a pretty harsh card for this. It indicates a cutting motion where we just don't want to deal with it. I want to cut it out. I want to stop it. I don't want to move forward with a lot of that stuff. And right after that, you have the Queen of Needles. I don't have the attitude that I need to do this. I don't have the patience to do this right now. We got other things to deal with. We have other actions to sort of. I did try it out. I did have a couple of dates. I just don't think that this is where I sort of want to go, right? Queen of Needles. No, not really. Not an option that I want to chase at the moment. 10 of Needles says we have a termination. We tried dating before. It just didn't seem to work out like that. Just a lot of needles here. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. A lot of swords. We have the King, the Queen, two terrible cards. Right in between those, we have the stoppage, the halted, the terminated card. And then we have the Page of Candles, the Page of Wands. It just says maybe later, maybe later. Right now is not good. Really don't see anything. No, I really don't see any meeting anytime soon. But anyway, Boo Boo, thanks again for your donation, hanging out with all of us every day. Boo Boo's here more often than I am. All right. Angelic, general finances for the end of the year, and then we had 10,000 week ahead readings. Okay, Angelic, let's see, finances, end of year. Okay, let's see how the money is going to work. See if we're going to win the lottery, because that would be great. A good lottery winning deck would be the Thoth. Let's do the Thoth. We had to do it. You know I was going to put it in here. It's not like I'm going to ignore it. I am making a Thoth deck of my own. I don't know if it's going to be decent or not, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'll make 10 of them. If they suck, they suck. It's okay. It's all right. That is a big to do. That is a lot of expectations there, because this is my favorite deck. I'm going to say now. Blah, let me know what your question is. It long ago scrolled off, and tonight's kind of harsh over here. So let me know what your question is. It scrolled off long ago. I'm assuming it's another house or anything. Let me know. Let me know. I will definitely write it down this time. Write it down. Get it done. All right. We need Blah's question. Stop beeping at me, Mr. Computer. Finances for the end of the year. Looking kind of dry with that. You do have a money source that almost goes away. It's like a source that you were hoping for, a source that you were preparing for, something where you had a lot of lean upon that is just going away. It's just stopping. It's just not working after sort of as we move into the end of the year. At the end of the year, I don't really see it picking up either. It's like it just fails. It has one of those feelings where it's just not working for you. You need to cut it off, and you sort of feel that. You're starting to feel that, and it's going to be one of those where it just goes away. So you have this source that is not there anymore, something that you didn't expect, but you sort of knew in an intuitive way that it's going to be like that, right? All right, as far as money goes, it looks like as far as the jobs go, there's something that hits you. There's something that hits you as far as a position or an opening or something that comes up that is going to be valuable for you in, I would say, near the end of February, around February 20th, you have something that's going to be available that is going to be sort of fun. And definitely a position or an upgrade or something like that, a lateral move to where you can get some work and get a little bit of more money. Again, but that's next year around February 20th. But the good news is that is going to be a relief that is sort of coming. And you sort of get hints around late December about that. So it's like that they're creating the thing, you hear about it, or there's some hints or some talk around the water cooler about that particular effort. So that is going to be something as well. Galaxy Girl, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, there you go. February is going to be better. A income source gets terminated towards the end of the year, and other than that, seems to be money as usual, how the money goes as usual. I don't see anything unexpected, like unexpected car thing or unexpected house thing or anything like that, and all of that. Not seeing a new job, maybe what type. Okay, so we got a general, and we'll go with a general, and we'll see if a job comes up. Galaxy Girl, thank you for your donation. All right, now we enter the black hole of next week. Next week, and next week, and more next week, and the week after that, and next week. All right, the first next week is going to be Christina. What is going to be Christina's next week? What is it going to look like? Let's try that out. with the good old-fashioned, not everybody likes it, but that's okay, Spacious Tarot. I did pay money for that. We are going to use that, so that's the way it goes. Spacious Tarot. Still waiting for Blah's question. I think Blah left a long time ago. Blah, if you left a long time ago, I'm sorry that I didn't get your question, but you're usually here. So let me know your question when you come back because it scrolled off the screen and it was a long time ago that it scrolled off. So it is active chat. I actually thought about adding games into chat to where you could have a light and you could change the color in chat and all of that. But it is already scrolling so fast that I'm not really sure that would be a good idea. I would never see any questions for anybody again. So, but there you go. Blah, let me know what your question is. It scrolled off long ago. Nobody likes the Spacious Tarot tonight. That's okay. Tomorrow night we may get, it was a long question. I'm sorry it was a long question. It's long gone. It is long gone. I'm scrolling. Yeah, it is long gone. All right, maybe shorten it up, maybe? You have to real time. Unfortunately, yes. Okay, let's see about that. Sunshiny Day this week reading. We're starting with Christina. Let's do the Christina week, Christina. Or you could just give me the Cliff Notes version. Give me the Cliff Notes version. There you go. All right, next week and next week. What is going to happen next week? Ace of Wands says next week is an opportunity for you. It's where you want to be. Next week is where you want to be. Obviously, it is a very small window of time, so you can't really have a lot of things happening. Ace of Wands says we have a new opportunity, something new beginning, something that you need to do. You feel that you need to do this. Cannot ignore it. You're definitely going to have to take care of it because the sun is right next to it. It's related. It's relatable, and that's what you really need here. You need to do it. It's going to have a good outcome. If you don't do it, if you just ignore it, you're going to miss something that is going to be valuable. Now, is that going to be important? Maybe. The Hermit is right next to that, followed by Death. You know that if you get this activity, if you move into this, if you start this particular thing, it's going to turn out well. It is. But you're sort of abandoned on it. Not a lot of fans as far as that is concerned. Hermit said you may be by yourself. You may be just working it your own way. You may have to do this alone. Now, the good news and bad news. The good news is we have the sun. The bad news is we have death. It's something that you need to do. You need to finish. You need to get going. But at the end of it, it's almost like you feel that you wasted your time. It does. It feels like you didn't do it correctly. You wasted your time. So definitely sort of reestablish what is going to be a priority or how much time and investment do you want to put into this based upon the outcome that you would get. Blah, thank you for your question. I appreciate that. All right. How will the visit go? All right. We got how will the visit go for you. Okay. All right. But yeah, there you go. That is your next week. It will move you into the next phase. Something you just have to do. You know you can't avoid it. But when you do it, it's going to sort of haul you into the next phase. Now, we have a Sunshiny Day has the same question. What is going to be next week? Again, small time frame. Can't really expect anything major unless you're boo-boo and you win the lottery. I mean, I'm just saying, unless you're boo-boo and you win the lottery. All right, boo-boo and lottery. I'm just saying, those two go together quite well indeed. All right, speaking of goes together well, the Gregory Scott Tarot. I was going to Llewellyn's site today to try to figure out where my shipment was, and I got to call them tomorrow and tell them my new credit card number, because I want that Heaven and Earth Tarot. That's pretty hot. I'm going to be pretty excited about that. And I did pay for expedited shipping. I'm hoping it'll be here next week. Let's all cross our fingers. Heaven and Earth Tarot may be here next week, which is a drastic difference from Amazon, who said it's temporarily out of stock and you can't even order it anymore. Okay, 3 major arcanas. There you go. 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, and 3 of Pentacles. Well, you don't have anything ambitious. You don't have anything drastic that you need to sort of do next week. Next week, you can sort of take it off. I mean, we got the Four of Swords. We're sort of relaxed. We can take it off. Not a lot of stress with that, even though you do have a bit of a stressful situation. It looks like sort of the end of the James Bond movie with Goldfinger, or something. I don't know what's going on there, but it's sort of a week off. It feels like a week off. Don't have to do a lot of stuff. And you sort of want to take a rest, take a little break for that, because you do have the Three of Pentacles. That is sort of the birth of something new, something coming in that you need to do, a lot of work involved. Maybe a bit of work handed off to you at your job place. Could be some chores, could be some tasks, activities that you've been putting off that sort of come and hit you in the butt. A lot of things. Definitely going to have some sort of initiation of something important sort of coming in at the end of the week, but most of the week we can sort of take off, which is good because we have 2 8s. 8 of Cups, abandon something emotional. We have a bit of an emotional roller coaster, a bit of that as well. And the 8 of Swords, not much we can really do about that. Is that why we end up sort of taking it off? Because we end something with somebody, maybe have a little argument, maybe have a disagreement that sort of means that we need to sort of bail for that, get out of that. You definitely want to avoid any arguments next week. You're going to have a Mercury retrograde feeling to the whole thing, where it just feels like you're not making any progress. I can't get through to this person. What the hell's wrong with them? 8 of Cups moment into the 8 of Swords. Don't really have a lot of options with that. So, sort of take the week off. Relax. Take the week off and just relax. Because the 3 says the week after that, the election week, is going to be, it's going to be a bit new, where you need to do some stuff. All right. And by the way, we have an election prediction in 2 readings. We got blah and 2 more readings, and then I will do my election prediction. All right. This is just a prediction, though. Just a prediction. Don't take it too seriously. We'll see how it goes. Blah. How will the visit go? We want to know. We want to know. In order to know how a visit for a house is going to go, the Manga Tarot is where we need to be. That is where the magic happens. It really does. It really does. That's where the magic happens with the manga, especially the traditional manga. By the way, the Pokemon Tarot deck is still up there. Nobody took it down. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't get sued. It just means that it's still there. Somebody wants sound effects? Sound effects you will get. Hooray! I got this new board. It's got the sound effects numbers on it, and I love it. I love it. But so a lot of people don't like the sound effects for whatever reason. Maybe it's too much. I can use 1 or 2 sound effects just as long as I don't just flood the stream with them. That'd be all right. That would be all right. So Blah's going to do a visit. How is that going to go? Blah had some other stuff at the end of the tail end of the question. It's regarding the house or houses is gone. Sometimes the buyer pulls out, so holding out that hope. Is it going to be available or not? Ace of Wands or 4 of Wands? I'm actually saying yes. There's an availability coming out, right? The 4 of Wands is the home card. It's literally the home card. Why do we have 60 people? A minute ago, we had 60 people watching. All right. If you're here watching, if you're new here, we do tarot. That's what we do. My name is Tarot Oracle, and welcome. Welcome. I love that you're here. I do. I love that you're here. I'm passionate about reading tarot, and I hope you are too. We do the money trick. We could do that, but I want to do the election prediction instead. Okay. 4 of Wands is the home card. It says that you are going to be in a home. Look at this, sort of sneaking in the finger there. Look at that. It's kind of creepy and weird, kind of sexual actually. But yeah, so the 4 of Wands is the home card. We are going to be in a home. 8 of Wands, you're moving in. 8 of Wands, we are moving. We have that action. We have that action towards the 4 of Wands. We are moving into that. Ace of Cups. Somebody feels your pain. Somebody feels the pain. They really, really do. And the Page of Cups, we're willing to work on it. We're willing to negotiate with you. And you have an opening. I think you have an opening. It literally says you're moving into a house. This can't be more clear. You're moving into a house. They could be here for the election prediction. They could be. They could be. All right. I'm going to be kind of vague on it. I'm going to be kind of vague on it, unfortunately, but there you go. All right, week ahead. We need more week ahead. All right, we're back to the week aheads. Okay, M&M week. What does the week look like? What is that going to smell like for next week? Is it going to be fresh, or is it going to smell like stale socks that have been sitting in the corner we forgot about, that fell into the back of the dryer? It fell behind the dryer and it got some mold on it. We need to find out, because those socks that fell behind the dryer and that have been sitting there for a year, they smell terrible. You don't want those. You want the beautiful socks, the fresh socks, the one that come out of the dryer, when they're nice and warm. It's not cold outside. You're nice and warm. Anyway, all right, let's feel about that. Sock problem. It could be. You don't want a week ahead that smells like the dirty socks. You just don't. That's it. I went to see a podiatrist the other day. That job would suck. Everybody's taking their shoes off, and you got a good whiff of their shoes. It almost smells like this tarot right here, but worse. Could you imagine being a podiatrist? Any podiatrist in chat that I'm insulting right now, sorry about that. The job would just suck. It would suck. Okay. Anyway, because when you take your shoe off for the first time, and just that whiff, that waft of smell just sort of comes up out of the shoe, and the podiatrist is sitting there. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that the dirty socks behind the dryer would be the least of his problems. Just saying now. So, what does a week ahead look like? Two of Swords. I think you got a surprise next week. Or this week, however you want to do it. You got a surprise coming. Two of Swords, you don't really see it coming, and here it is. A surprise. A bit of a surprise coming. Some surprise news that somebody has, or a situation that sort of erupts that is just a bit unexpected. Not something major you have to deal with, but definitely some news that you didn't see coming at all. So one of those things that just sort of erupts, and there you go. Two of Wands, though. The Two of Wands. I think that you end up being face first into the situation where you can't escape from it. Not really one of those things where you can just ease out of it or sneak out of it or try to find a way away from it. It's like it just hits you right directly in the face. You have to deal with it. This is something that you have to face. Don't try to get away from it. Eight of Pentacles says a little bit of work on that, a little bit of effort towards that is going to do you good. That is going to be where it is at. So there we go. Week ahead. Got a surprise, Ms. M. A surprise. Able to deal with it with a little work. I think it's going to be all right. But it is going to be something unexpected that just sort of hits you, and you cannot dodge it. You cannot dodge it at all. All right, last reading of the night. We're ending soon. Galaxy Girl says, can I get a general? Galaxy, a general, maybe hosted, maybe hosted towards a finance. If finance comes up, then finance we will do. What do we want to do for this? We may have a finance, we may not have a finance. I'm going for the Wildwood. The Wildwood really sort of turns me on for this. I'm just, makes me sound kind of weird, but I'm just saying this is going to be there. This is going to be there. This is good on how we have to go. All right. See how that is going to sneak out. How are we going to have a general finance leaning general? Is that going to be a thing or not? Is it going to be a thing or not? Could be. Could not be. All right. Oh, let's make that go away and get us some general. Okay, we're not general for a week. We're just a general in general. Do we have any finances? Balance, the Three of Stones. I think you have a job opportunity. I think you do. Look at that Three of Stones coming in there. The Three of Stones right after balance. you have a job opportunity. It's something that you've seen before. It's not like something brand new. It's not like something that just amazingly appears out of nowhere. You've seen this before. You know this. It's like you know the particular person. You know the job. You've applied for it before, possibly. You run into something. Three of Stones says you have a unique opportunity as far as finances, as far as money, getting a job, getting something that's going to be available. Is this going to be anytime soon? I actually think so. I actually think it's just going to sort of hit you just pretty quick. Now, the next question is, can you get the job opportunity? Is it something that you want of the job opportunity? Nine of Arrows says that you've seen it before and you passed on it for a good reason. Is this something that you want? You're going to have to sort of evaluate that in your own time and your own way. But the Knight of Arrows says it's something that you've seen before, but you passed for a good reason. Now you need to address the situation. Is that going to be something that's fixed? Did they fix the issue that I had with it? Is the pay better than what they had before? Is the commute better than what it was before? Is there other options? Is there a way to work around this? If there's going to be something that pays better, pays well, I definitely want it. I need to work out the red flags that are associated with it that made me pass in the first place. Balance says there is that balance factor going on. In other words, it's not sunshine, roses and puppies, a beautiful garden, a beautiful romp in the garden or something like that. There's something bad. Maybe the commute is just hellish. Maybe it's like an hour there, hour back. Maybe the pay is just not great, but they have potential for being a little bit better. Maybe the boss is just an asshole. There could be a lot of different things that we sort of run into. The reason that we sort of didn't adopt this in the first place. Eight of Arrows. It does say that you're really, really tempted this time. You are. So see if we can fix this, if we can address the issue, see if we can work out the issue with them, hop into this. It's going to be a great opportunity, and there you go. Great opportunity, and there you go. All right, time for the election prediction. So the election prediction is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. So the election prediction says, I think both parties win. There you go. That's it. I think both parties think they won. And that's it. That is your election prediction. This person says they won, and this person says they won. And they both have good arguments for why they won. Very good arguments. Fantastic argument. This person won, and this person won as well. And now the confusion begins. So that's it. So there you go. There's your election prediction. I think that both parties can believe that they won for fantastic reasons. They both have very valid and good arguments as to why they won. So there you go. That is election prediction. You won't hear that anywhere else. You won't hear that anywhere else. There you go. Very loose. Entertainment purposes only. But there you go. So there's going to be a lot of fun after that, as everybody is highly confused about what to do after that point. There we go. We all lose. I don't know about that. But anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see if I'm right. If I'm right, mark this date down, and there you go. If I'm wrong, ignore the reading. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you for hanging out with all of that good stuff. We will see you tomorrow night. I'm here every single night. If you did not get your question answered, I will be here tomorrow night as well, the next night too. So come back and see me, and talk to you then.